So I just got this box in the mail, and depending on what it is kind of going to predicate what happens in today's video. This box is going to have either one of two things. It's either going to be full of bubble mailers, which won't be very exciting, or it's going to be a very special thing that I ordered that took a very long time to get here. But it could make us a lot of money, so let's open it up here and see what we got. I'm just so curious. I spent quite a bit of money on this, and it took like a month to arrive, if it is the thing I'm thinking it is. And when you look at that, it's bubble mailers. I was almost 100% convinced it was something else, but nevertheless, okay, I guess we got restock on this, and okay, well that's not as exciting as what I was expecting. So I mean, this will be really helpful in restocking this. As you can see, I have 2 bubble mailers left, and that's the same from Monday's video. But yeah, these are gonna be very helpful because we were all out of them. I should note too, I don't usually like to buy these ones. These ones have the bubbles that go all the way up to the top here, and that means that when you fold them over, often they're too thick to fit through the slot and you have to pop all these bubbles. It's really annoying, but unfortunately my old suppliers were out. I thought these were a different one, but I guess they're these ones. It is what it is, but it kind of sucks because that's going to be a little bit annoying to get them to fit through. Anyway, I gotta say, I bought these ones from the US this time, and I don't usually buy them from there because they're often a little bit more expensive, but I'm very happy to see that these ones actually came in a box. Usually they come in a big poly mailer and they're all jumbled together and messed up. This is a much cleaner way to do this. So the box I initially thought that these were gonna be was actually a box I've been waiting for about 2 months now that's supposed to come in from Japan. And again, I'm not really sure when that's coming in because I don't really have any updated tracking on it. And again, I spent quite a little bit of money on it, and I'm still waiting for it. So the bubble mailers are now all restocked, and we actually have so many left in this bin, or in this box. There's like tons. I don't know, what did I order, like 200 of them? This should keep us going here for a little while. On Monday, I was recording the office tour, so I didn't really have time to show it, but I had about 22, 24 orders of video games that came in, which really depleted my supply. I'll throw a picture up on the screen right now. It was quite a few orders that came in, and so I didn't really, I wasn't planning for it, so I didn't really have any backup. This is really great that this came in. I'm still a little bit disappointed though that it wasn't the other thing that I ordered. Okay, so I wanted to start this video off with something very exciting. But really quickly before we jump into that, I want to share a sale that I made, which I think was interesting, so take a look. Okay guys, so I wanted to share one really interesting sale here that I pulled this morning. This is a Pioneer system. It'll be up on the screen right now, but I actually sold it for about $100. This was something that I picked up at Value Village a while ago for $5. And yeah, so over 100 with shipping on top. This was the one that I had made a video about saying this could potentially be like a $1,000 flip. Yeah, it turns out that it definitely was not worth that much. There were, again, a couple solds up there for $1,000, but it looks like those were with remotes and complete. This one, unfortunately, had a little bit of damage on the back here. I'll just show you. It had a bent coax port, and also it's missing the controller and is generally just not the cleanest and best unit. But I did test it to the best of my ability, so I'm hoping that everything will be fine. As far as the testing went for this unit, everything did work when I tested it. So, you know what? Nevertheless, it was still $5 into $100, which is a great flip, and I'm going to be shipping this one out this morning. I also got a message from the buyer to be very careful while packing it. I always am very careful while I'm packing it, and I will be sure to use lots of bubble wrap and whatnot, but yeah, this thing should definitely get there safely, hopefully. With that, let's jump into this, and you guys probably already know what it is because you probably read the title of the video before you clicked on it, but let's get right into it. Value Village is finally open back up, and I went today to see what they had. Yeah, this is super exciting. I've been waiting for this for a really long time now, and it's been way too long since I've been to a Value Village, so let's jump right in here. I filled my bag. I literally tried to buy as much as I could because I didn't know when they might close again, and I think I got some pretty good stuff. We're gonna have to see here. You guys can let me know what you think down below. But let's just jump into things. And why don't we start off with the first bag here, which is a luggage strap from the dollar store that was $2 originally, and I only paid $4.99 for it, so I thought we got a pretty good deal there. I'm kidding. Look at behind it. It's all kind of tucked away, and it's in a bag. Actually, let me open it. They're in a bag, but there's 2 of these Lego Friends Lego bag tags, and or luggage tags, bag tags, I don't know. Anyway, these things were going for about 20 bucks each on eBay, and there were 2 of them in here, so that's like a good 40 bucks. Those was the solds on them at least, and I didn't see any listed, but I did see some solds for about 20 each. So for $5 for the bag, that's gonna be a pretty good flip, and hopefully those will sell pretty quickly. This is so exciting. I have not done one of these hauls in so long, and I'm just so glad to see a Value Village bag full of stuff in front of me. Let's get into the next thing. Okay, I wanna note, the prices there today were brutal. I mean, they were so high. I was looking at, you know, an Xbox 360 that was $30, and it was an old white one. I was looking at phones that were $8 each. I was looking at guitars that were $10 each, like Guitar Hero guitars. Virtually everything that I saw there was overpriced. Even I found this cool Canon camera bag bag that I thought might be worth some money. It looked like it was going for about 30 bucks, and they wanted like $20 for it. It was just ridiculous. Even in the tool section, there were like some old rusty hammers and screwdrivers that were like $6 each. It was just out of this world. So I don't know what's going on over there. Maybe because they're limiting the amount of people that can go into the store, they're trying to, you know, raise that price so they can get more for each customer. Because I would have thought the opposite. I would have thought that, you know, they have all this inventory they've been collecting over the last couple months. They have to move it out, so they're going to be dropping the prices. But I assume maybe because they can't have that many people coming through the store, they're just trying to maximize how much they can get per each item. Therefore, you know, increasing the total amount that each customer spends. Anyway, I was a little bit disappointed to see that. Hopefully the prices sort of, you know, go back down, because I think these are a little bit absurd. Anyway, I bought a phone here. This is a Uniden phone. There's no real point in me opening this because I want to keep it with its base, but paid $5.99 on that one right there. Comes with the base and the cables. I've sold Uniden phones before, and usually they're worth a little bit more than your normal Panasonic and VTech phones, so nothing too special here, probably like 30 bucks, but overall for our $6 investment, that's going to be some good money. Okay, this is a holy grail of Value Village pickups. I paid probably a little bit too much for it, but you know what, it's going to be fine because we're going to make a lot on it. This is an inbox 2-pack of VTech phones, and this is a killer find. I found lots of inbox phones before, I've sold them before, and this is just a great find whenever you can get them. I've already checked in here, both of the phones are there with both of the bases and all of the cables, and a little set like this I paid $10 for, but we could easily be looking at $50, $60 for it with the 2-pack. So this could be an absolutely huge flip. Sometimes they can even go for more, sometimes a little bit less, but most of the time you're looking at over 50 bucks for like an inbox set like this. So this should be some really good money, and I'm just happy with that pickup overall. The phone game is back, baby, and I'm telling you, these are some good phones. I mean, overall, this is nothing too special that we're seeing, but for what we got for the price here, there were actually a lot of phones there, but again, they were charging like $6, $7 a piece, and I just was not feeling it. But I did find this set right here, which was $7.99, a little bit pricey, but again, that's what some of the individual phones were going for. Nevertheless, this is a 2-pack of VTech phones with their bases, and we should be able to easily get, I'm guessing, like, I don't know if they go together. If they go together, we're probably talking $40, $50 for the bundle here, but if they go separately, we're talking probably $25, $30 each. So this could be, again, another really huge flip. You know, there is some risk with buying these phones, as we discussed in the past, but in case you're new, you know, you gotta make sure there's no corrosion in the batteries, and that, of course, they work, but overall, for the price that we buy them for and what we can get for them on the retail market these days, this should be a huge flip. And they sell relatively consistently. You know, we've sold lots of these things. You can see my big phone shelf back there. We've sold lots of these things over the last few months as we've been waiting for them to reopen. And I'd say the Panasonics are the best sellers if you can find those, but the VTech sell as well. The Unidens are good, and the AT&T ones can do well as well. You just gotta keep your eye out and maybe even do your research if you don't know what you're buying. I didn't look any of these up in the store, but these should be worth some good money. This is a classic, but I just couldn't pass it up. It was actually not a horrible price, okay? So it was $19.99 for a complete Wii. It's a little bit dirty, you know, it's gonna need a little bit of cleanup or whatever. This thing's actually a little bit loose. I didn't even notice that, but actually I think that just clips back in there. Anyway, we've got a complete Wii with all of the cables for 20 bucks. I mean, we're not gonna go wrong with it. We could probably get 40, 50 bucks for it at least, like this. If we want to bundle in a remote and maybe a game or whatever, we could be talking, you know, $60, $70. I recently listed a Wii, I guess that was probably a month or two ago now, which I listed for I think like 80 or 70. I think Airval did the listing on that, so I'm not sure what he actually priced it at, but I know it hasn't sold, which was a little bit concerning. So even if we drop the price on that, though, I think we'll be able to get them sold. This one, again, maybe 50 bucks, 40, 50 bucks, even we'll double our money on it. I just couldn't pass it up. It's a Wii for 20 bucks, and in today's day and age when I cannot get any inventory, I'm just taking what I can get. So this Wii will just be a, you know, a good flip. Back to the phones. I thought I put this one back, to be honest. I don't know why I bought this one. Maybe I looked it up, actually. I can't remember. This is one of the phones I'm telling you guys about. $7.99. Can you see that? That's how much I paid for the double bundle over there. And this is just for one phone and base with the cables and everything. So, I mean, we'll get some money for it, but it's not a great buy at that price. You know, this is probably a $25, $30 phone. I'm assuming that I looked this one up. I think I did, because I know I looked up a couple of them. So I think this one may have been worth a little bit more, and that's why I grabbed it. But I'm pretty sure I meant to put this back. Anyway, another phone there, $7.99, and again, we'll probably get 25, 30 bucks. Not a bad buy, but I just don't like paying that much for them usually. $3.99 is what I aim for, and you can usually get that. $4.99 is like, pushing it. $7.99, I would never do it in the past, but just because everything's closed, I'm like, you know what, we're just gonna go for it. So there we go, we got another phone right here. Okay, this was an interesting one, and was one that I wasn't really expecting to be worth too much, but it actually turned out to be worth something, so that was good. This is a Wii Active. It's an EA Sport Active personal trainer kit, something, I have no idea what it is, to be honest. But nevertheless, it looked like it's worth some good money. That phone just fell on the floor. But yeah, I looked up the solds on these, and they're pretty good. The used ones were not going for anything. They're like $10, $15, so definitely not worth the pickup there. But this one, new in box, because it is actually factory sealed on both sides, new in box was going for about $50 to $60 on some of the sold comps that I saw. So it's a little bit high. I think it's too high for it, to be honest. I'm not sure if we'll get that, but if that's what it's been selling for, then great. I'm guessing that we'll get maybe around $30, $40 for it, something in that range. But nevertheless, $5.99 for that guy right there. It's going to be a super easy one to ship and pack and deal with because it's new. It's just a no-brainer. I mean, this is going to be a really good flip. For anybody wondering, I paid $71.34 for everything that you just saw. So yeah, I mean, overall, not a horrible haul. I mean, we got some good stuff, I think. For the money, you know, it was a little bit more expensive than I would have liked to have seen it. But again, we got some really good stuff, I think. I mean, this will pay for the lot right here, 60, 70 bucks. You know, we'll make our money back on this stuff easily. So I'm very happy to see that we got all this stuff, and I'm just so happy that we were able to go back there and pick all this stuff up. So with that, guys, I'm going to end today's video there. I hope that you guys found some value in this. Again, I was just super pumped to be able to head back out into the Value Village and buy this stuff. I know we didn't really get anything listed today, which is what I would have ideally liked to have done, but I ended up spending my time at Value Village instead and doing some other stuff. So anyway, got the packaging stuff in, got a couple things shipped out, and then got all that stuff in, which was pretty good. Yeah, with that, if you guys enjoyed this video and, you know, again, found some value in it, or even just if it entertained you, be sure to go down below, leave a like on it. Again, comment down below, do you think these pickups were good? Would you be picking these things up? And with the circumstances today, do you think it was worth it for me to spend a little bit more on some of these items? Then we had a couple things to resell here over the next day or two. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you guys all in the next video.